Express. There's no one begging outside, which is a bit weird because there's nearly always someone begging outside that place there. It's like a regular spot.
A little bit dodgy around here. Now down that road there used to be a swingers hotel. Yeah. A swingers hotel. Yeah. Christ, imagine living next to that.
Down this road here, Kirby Road in Blackpool, back in 2013, a 16-year-old girl was murdered. It had a grow house in it at one time. It was busted for drugs. Wow, doesn't that look fancy? Maybe it's not so bad on this part of Lytham Road after all. Welcome to another video. Walk on the wild side. Now I'm here in Blackpool, and this video I want to take you on a bit of a night walk down Lytham Road. I'm sorry I didn't start off with my signature wave, but I was holding a light. Anyway, I'm currently on Waterloo Road and we're looking down now over the car park here. Look at that there, the Bloomfield car park. Can you see the tower up there? Yeah, I'm on the bridge at the moment. Waterloo Road Bridge here, yeah? This is where South Station used to be over there. The platform there, South Station, yeah? And it used to have a railway, a miniature railway in there. How about that? A model railway inside the building there. Those were the days, weren't they? Anyway, I'm heading towards Lytham Road. It's just up here. Yeah, so I've been down Lytham Road before. I've been down the whole length. It goes all the way from the airport right up to Manchester Square. And what I want to do is I want to take you down this section just up here from Waterloo Road to Manchester Square, because I think that's the most interesting part of Lytham Road. It's also a little bit dodgy as well. There's quite a lot of people out tonight. I think Blackpool must be playing. I've seen people heading towards the ground. I'm filming this on a Wednesday night. I just want to show you over the road before we get to Lytham Road. You see that building over there? That used to be public toilets. Yeah, used to be public toilets. All the old public toilets are all history now, aren't they? They've all been replaced by the ones that you have to pay to go in. So I'm just going past the old Palladium Theatre here on the right hand side. This used to be a bingo. I remember it as a bingo. My mum used to go here, and that used to be the entrance there. It's now like a sort of Lancashire auctions. It's owned by Howard Plant, who owns quite a lot of businesses, car parks. So that's the Palladium Theatre there. There's also a Pizza Hut in there as well. We're looking down Waterloo Road. It's quite fancy, isn't it, really, Waterloo Road? They've got these fancy LED lights, these blue lights here. And not really changed a whole lot around here. We've still got the William Hill on the corner. Can you see the William Hill? That's been there as long as I can remember. Yeah, the William Hill. Anyway, just going past the Royal Oak. This is the Royal Oak. I'll show you a bit of the Royal Oak. It's a massive pub. There's the Royal Oak there. So we're going to take a walk down here, cross over. And this part of Lytham Road is quite interesting. There can be some interesting things go on down, especially around here where there's Tesco Expresses. Yeah, it's a little bit dodgy around here. There's a snooker hall here somewhere where you go upstairs to. It's called Q's. I don't know where the way in is. It over there? This is a dog and partridge, by the way. I'll just show you that. There's a dog and partridge. Is the way into Q's over there, that doorway? I don't know. I've never been in Q's snooker hall. We used to have a few snooker halls, but now I think there's only one. Anyway, just going past the Tesco Express. There's no one begging outside, which is a bit weird, because there's nearly always someone begging outside that place there. It's like a regular spot. It's quite windy tonight as well. It's not brilliant weather. KFC over the road there. That KFC's been there again as long as I can remember, and And as I said before, I have done the full length of Lytham Road all the way from the airport, and it does change quite a lot. It changes a heck of a lot because nearer the airport, it's actually quite upmarket, and they've got trees and they've got these really big houses. But the closer you get to town, once you get past the railway tracks and you head this way, it just seems to go down and down and down. Just going past Mark Ellis. That's Mark Ellis South there. Yeah, Mark Ellis. That's an old Wetherspoons here, the gavel. That was a Wetherspoons. And I think they had to close it down. I think they were forced to close it down because they had too many. That's a nice restaurant. Taj Mahal. Look at this here. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Wow, doesn't that look fancy? Maybe it's not so bad on this part of Lytham Road after all. A fancy restaurant like that. But I've mentioned before quite a few times that this part of Blackpool is probably one of the most deprived in the whole of the town. Now when you think of councils, we've got two big council estates. We've got Mearside and we've got Grange Park, and you always tend to think that the council estates are going to be the worst places, but it's far from it in Blackpool. The council estates are both pretty good. I've not heard of any problems on Mearside. That's the Albert over there, the Albert pub. The council estates in Blackpool seem to be alright, and there don't seem to be any real problems on our council estates, but where the problems are in these areas that are close to town like this, the Alexandra Ward, Central, Blackpool Central, North Shore, and the Brunswick Ward, which is east of the town centre. Yeah, the Brunswick Ward has had quite a lot of problems with kids. There's the old library there. The old library. South Shore, free library.
That was a while.
There you go. Hi, thanks.
Want a game?
No, I'm not. No, but I'll probably do a little film around the ground. You know, at the weekend. See you later.
Don't stop.
Little market there. Yeah, so we're heading down Lytham Road now. We're making good progress. I'm going to go all the way to the promenade. So there are quite a lot of shops down here, to be honest. It's quite lively, Lytham Road. It is quite lively. Got a Chinese over there and a Premier store. They're everywhere, those. We're just about to go past the Excelsior, which is a favourite haunt of Blackpool fans. This is the Excelsior here. And we've got a couple of churches. Got one on this side, St Cuthbert's Church there, and on the other side we've got another one. I don't know the name of that one offhand though. Yeah, a couple of really big churches. But as you know, all the churches are all kind of closing, aren't they? No one really going anymore. Yeah, so there's a game on. Blackpool are playing. This road here is called Crystal Road. Now down that road there, nearer to the promenade, used to be a swingers hotel. Yeah, it's called the Crystal Hotel. I don't know if it's open anymore, but yeah, there you go. If you fancy a bit of swinging, we'll have to find out if it's still open. It wasn't open last time I looked. Bit of work going on here by the look of it. Christ, imagine living next to that. Wowzers. That's a bit of a mess, isn't it? There's Go Electrical there. That used to be Tasker's. The Tasker's store, the supermarket, yeah. Just coming up to St Chad's Road. St Chad's Road obviously comes out at the St Chad's Hotel on the promenade. And look at this, we've got this business here that does cash for cars. I think it looks a bit, I don't know, what do you think? So we got on the corner there, and there's another place on the other side. Not the prettiest you know, it doesn't look that pretty, does it? Really. I'll just give you a pan round to show you back where I came from, down there. But yeah, we've got this cash for cars business here. You can see the illuminations down there. We're just coming up now to the junction with Bloomfield Road, and this is where all the fans will be going up there now for the game. They'll be kicking off soon because it's about 8 o'clock now, almost. Quite a bit of work going on along here. They're doing some of these properties up here. A lot of flats along here, like I said. This part of Lytham Road has had a lot of properties turned into flats. So we'll just take a little look down Bloomfield Road. There's Bloomfield Road over there. You can see the football ground there. Everybody's piling to the football ground to watch Blackpool. Got the Bloomfield Chippy here on this side. We've got a few Polish businesses around here as well. There's one just over here. It's called Orzelek. There's another one on Bloomfield Road. I've just checked my watch, it's only 7:30, so it's not quite as late as what I thought it was. Okay, there's a road here called Moon Avenue, and this goes right down to the car park, and you can see Bloomfield Road down there. Look at that there, look. I'm just on the corner now, and it looks like there used to be a house or something here, or a shop, and it was knocked down and nothing else was built on its place. Yeah, and look at this property here. This hasn't changed for a while. Look at that there, look. It's a bit run down, isn't it? That shop there. Wonder what's going to happen with that. Anyway, that's right next to the bridge.
It's caught someone there. Caught someone relieving himself.
Just wondering whether I should blur that out or not. No, I'll leave it in. Just going past Seniors. Seniors Chippy. This is new. It used to be Sea Fresh. It's now Seniors. So we're not too far from the end now in Manchester Square. Still got quite a few shops up here. We've got another convenience store here. Now over the road they've got markets. I'll just show you the markets. A little bit rough over here. Yeah. These markets used to be really, really busy, but now they still do some business there, but it's really, really quiet along here now. I'll tell you what, that wind's coming right at me. We're looking down Lonsdale Road towards the car park. That's where all the coaches used to go in down there. Lonsdale Road. We've got a grill station on the corner, a takeaway there, and just over the road is where we've got these markets and these awnings, which look a little bit rough, really, to be honest. We've got, I don't know if this is a square here. Is this a square? I can't see it. It's a bit like a square. That's Nelson Road, that road that goes over there. Sorry about the traffic noise. Some bloody noisy cars. Yeah, here's some more markets here. I think they are still in use, these markets, you know. I've seen the odd ones, but they're nothing like they used to be. Anyway, I'm now just up to a road called Kirby Road, and this is very interesting because a bit of a grim history down here. Yeah, Kirby Road, there was a murder down here. A young girl got murdered, she was only 16. Yeah, so down this road here, Kirby Road in Blackpool, back in 2013, a 16-year-old girl was murdered by a lad at a hotel who was running the hotel, lured her to the hotel on the promise of a job, and ended up killing her. Stabbed her 58 times and then tried to hide the body around the back. Now, I don't think it was on this side of the road. I think the hotel was on the other side. Can you see over here? I think the hotel, it was called the Grafton House Hotel, and I think it was one of these. I might be wrong, but you see the alley down there? This is where he took the body and tried to hide it round the back. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff to try and hide his tracks and get away with it. David Minto was his name. I'll put a link in the description to a news story about that. But anyway, we're going to come back out onto Lytham Road again. It's really busy. There you go, a bit of grim. Bit of a grim story that, wasn't it? Coming back out onto Lytham Road now. Yeah, so this is where it actually all started for me. I started doing videos of Blackpool properly right here, where I am now. Yeah, this is where it all started for this channel. We're now up to the junction with Tilsley Road. Yeah, and this is where the Coliseum was, the bus station, the coach station, Yellowway. All that, the Coliseum, that was right here. Yeah, Coliseum. Down that way is Tramtown, where they have the old trams. Yeah, so there you go, that was the Coliseum there, where the Home Parkings is. Look at that view of the tower down there, Tilsley Road, named after the Tilsley family. The first family to settle in Blackpool properly, with the first significant property called Fox Hall. And you might be able to see some scaffolding around that building. Well, there's a building at the back of that store there, you see, and it's a block of flats that's been empty for ages, years. Look at it. And it had a grow house in it at one time. It was busted for drugs, yeah. This building here, look at it, it's massive. Yeah, and there was a fire. Yeah, and this is how it is now. Look at that. Yeah, what the hell's going to happen with that? Who owns it? You know, who owns these buildings, these big buildings in Blackpool, you know? Where do they live? In Dubai or somewhere? Anyway, just by the Manchester pub now, and we're coming out onto the promenade, and that was a tour of this part of Lytham Road. How about that?
Good boy.
Yes, I'm now here on the promenade, Blackpool Promenade. We've got the illuminations going. A bit more lively now, isn't it? Anyway, that was a tour of Lytham Road, the northern section of Lytham Road, from Waterloo Road up here to Manchester Square, and a little bit dodgy in places, isn't it? Yeah. So there you go. I hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button, and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I will see you again on the next one.